Unreal. It says poor connection. Oh, there it goes, 24. Here it goes, 2,500 kilobytes. It's kicking ass now. Hey, everybody. So I'm on my phone because I can't get my TV on. Now, this is what's crazy, is those of you that have watched the show, you've heard that I had a lamp that I had kind of altered. Hey, Greg, to get it to fit and work in this TV, and I thought that was why, hey, Sharon, the TV wasn't coming on every time I would try to turn it on, so I had to just leave it on all the time. And I figured as soon as I put a new bulb in, everything would be fine. Well, I woke up this morning, the TV was on, everything was fine. I went, took a shower, came back out, and the TV and my computer were both off. And I was like, well, it's cooled off, the lamp's cooled off, now would be a good time to put that new lamp in and fix the problem. So, I put the new lamp in, it's the same thing. It's a brand new lamp, TV won't come on. I have to keep trying to start it just to see if it'll come on. Kirk Dean, what's up? Thank you for sharing, Sharon Ann. I do appreciate that so much. I hope it's a good image, and I hope you guys are getting a good broadcast here today. Good morning. Hey, Roger. I cleaned my bong out. I was thinking maybe I had to put these 2 screws in. But I didn't have them in last time. And, it worked. I just wonder if the screws might make the connection better or something. It's better than usual. It's extra sharp. Did you watch Nay? Looks good here. You're coming in fine. I don't know what you mean by did I watch Nay. Okay, I'm going to keep trying to turn my TV set on. Because then I can bring up your chat on the TV set, which is a lot better than trying to read it on this little cell phone screen. I'm glad we got a good connection. Rogan's right here, chilling. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Kevin. The boxing match? No. No, I didn't watch boxing. I don't really watch sports. Very clear. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Looks like the quality went up. Yeah, I'm using this phone. He's an American Bully. Turn that up just a little so I can hear when it shuts off. Hey, James. Hey, Reese. Hey, Joanne. I'm thinking about a splash of kefefe. Let's make a splash of kefefe for the show, okay? Let me give this 10 more seconds, and I'll see if I can start my TV again. And then I'll make my coffee. And that'll be good. Give me 1 second here. In fact, I'll be right over here. Right inside this window. Fresh tomatoes. Very, very fresh tomatoes. My coffee machine needs more water. Fantastic. Get this purified water moved up. It is done. Great. Coffee's being made. I got new creamer. I got new creamer for the coffee. I got some creamer for the coffee. Yes. Brand new creamer, man. Fantastic. Hello, hello. I'll be there in a minute. Just making my coffee here. Oh, it only takes 2 minutes to make the coffee. Gotta love that. And I'll go ahead and put my creamer in, get that done. There we go. Give it a little mix. Oh, listen, I love that sound. That's the coffee finishing up. Yes. Yes, indeed. There we go. And that is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. My little puppy right there. Beautiful. Hey, Zachary. Good morning. Hey, Greg. Okay, coffee, yes. We're going to have us a little café here. Kevin, doing good so far. Thanks for asking. Hey, Karsten. Oh, let's try to turn the TV back on. And I mean a lot. Second cup, right on, Teresa. This is my first. David C. Baker. Them. David C. Baker Jr. Of course, times 3. Oh, that's good coffee. A little bit weak, but it tastes good. I've had better. I've had much worse. No, this is actually pretty enjoyable. I like my coffee nice and strong and robust. Robusto! I like my coffee robust.
$90 billion packing industry. It's making a dent, which is a step in the right direction. Let's talk a little bit about this. Do you know much about this revolution? I mean, this further, impossible further. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that more and more people are demanding plant-based alternatives.
I'm trying to inhale my coffee. That doesn't work as good as drinking it. But damn it, I'll still try to do it, I guess. One of my cameras is still off a little bit. I gotta move it. You can always tell when it's been real windy, and we've got some really bad winds coming here next week. Really bad winds on the way, man. It looked like it's going to be up to 45, 50 mile an hour. I figure they're going to cut the power again. I'm still not going to have my big generator here yet. So I'm going to have to run my old generator. It means I got to go stock up on gasoline again, and I should probably go do it now before they raise the prices again, because they always raise the prices. And I know of a gas station near Dino's house that's really cheap gas. Oh, oh, oh! Everybody just calm the fuck down. K-cups, yes, K-cups. Wake up and inhale the coffee, right? We're going to have snow, severe weather. Yes, you are going to have severe weather because of global warming. Global warming is causing the severe rain events. Now everybody understands why that is. So you can't get some dumbass congressman walk into Congress or into the Senate with a fucking snowball and say, oh, it's not getting warm, here's a snowball. You know, that's actually proof of climate change. The fact that he's got that snowball. You know, he thinks he's proving the opposite. But now we understand how it works. And if you haven't heard me explain it, I'll explain it to you really fast. Global warming increases the amount of moisture that the ocean puts out in the atmosphere. That atmospheric moisture moves over land and creates more rain and snow events. They're harsher, they're more powerful, they're bigger, they're longer, they're colder, they're wetter. You guys understand now? Global warming causes the rain. Global warming causes the snow. Okay? There should not be any question. I was watching a climate change denier today on YouTube just to try to get some of the other argument. He was talking about coral reefs. And he claims he's got evidence that says that coral reefs have actually increased in growth, not bleached and decreased. And I'm like, well, that's just fucking bullshit. You know, he's just going to get up there and lie for whatever reason he has to try to convince people. He didn't have photos. He didn't have any science. He just claims it. And, you know, this is what climate change deniers do. They just make claims, outrageous claims, and a lot of people will sit there and clap. Oh, yes, that supports my narrative. Yeah, I have children and grandchildren. I want them to live for years. Or I have my name on the side of a building, and I want that to last forever. So, yeah, I support you in denying climate change. What does that achieve, man? Especially when the shit starts hitting the fan. Yeah, shifting of the poles is not the main cause, Dan Toy. So you're a fucking liar. You better watch it. When you come on my live stream and you start lying to my audience, I will block you, Dan Toy. Okay, it's not shifting of the poles. That's not the main cause of climate change. It's us. And if you don't want to admit that, Dan, I'll just go ahead and block you from my live stream. All right? I'm so sick of people like you that you think you got some other fucking alternative explanation as to us being the virus on this planet that we really are. You can't alternatively explain it, bro. All right? You're as much as a fucking rat as we are. You're just as bad as the rest of us. You just don't want to admit it. Oh, it's the shifting poles. It's the shifting poles that are changing our climate. It's got nothing to do with our pollution or the fucking the heat vacuum that we've created around ourselves with pollution. No, that couldn't have anything to do with it. God, man, I hate when people say stupid shit.
For your health. From an environmental perspective, it's all kind of problematic.
You just trying to jump in the conversation, bro, with your bullshit, or what? You trying to get recognized? What? Because I'm recognizing you now. As a liar. As someone who doesn't know what they're talking about. Yeah. I didn't think you'd have much of a response for any of that.
The world's appetite for fish is voracious and it's growing. And our oceans, they're big, but they're...
Imelda flooded you out, Rebecca? We're all victims of climate change. You know, we just don't realize it yet. You know? It affects every single one of us. You know, in one form or another. Whether it's having to turn your air conditioning down a little bit more, you know, or you get flooded out, or we get burned out, or Florida gets hurricaned out, you know, or Puerto Rico gets hurricaned out, or Asia gets fucking tsunamied out, or California gets earthquaked out. It doesn't fucking matter. Good morning, Linda. Hey, Wendy. I really wish my TV would turn on. Even though once it turns on, I don't know how happy it's really going to make me. You know, I don't think I've smoked yet this morning. This bong looks so clean. Have I not even done a bong hit? It's because I don't have a clock in front of me.
My goodness. Well, in terms of the impact of the plastics and the waste.
How can people be so ignorant? Because they've got kids, because they've got grandkids. That's how. Who asked that? I can't tell because it scrolled by. But it's because people have kids and grandkids for the most part. They don't want to admit that they have created people who are going to suffer. That puts a load on them. You had kids, and they had kids. Now you got all these lives that you're responsible for that wouldn't be here if you hadn't, done what you did to make them children. And it's got to be from the radiation. No, it's not radiation. It's acidification of the ocean. It's not radiation. You guys get your information from some whack websites, man. Bleaching of the coral has been going on a lot longer than we've even had radiation in the ocean. It wasn't Fukushima that did it. The coral was bleaching years ago, and it's been documented. It's from our pollution. You just don't want to admit it. People just don't want to admit it. It's us. Look at all the plastic we're pouring in the ocean. You don't think that's affecting it? Microscopic pieces of plastic? Shit, I was on something and I forgot what I was saying. That sucks. I was gonna make a point there about people in denial of climate, but I can't remember what it was. Somebody said something and I can't scroll back. Legacy is the main theme. That's too bad. Legacy, is it? That's so fucking, it's such bullshit. Think of how self-serving and narcissistic that is. My legacy. I'm going to create suffering for people so that my name will live on. Great. You should be so proud of yourself. My genes are perfect and I need to spread them everywhere so that perfect people will exist everywhere. No, thank you. The planet doesn't deserve to have my genes spread around it. That's how I look at it. You guys are on your own. You guys are on your own. It'll last only so long, right? Karsten, it's only going to last so long, and then that bubble's going to break, and is it going to break. It's going to shatter. And people are going to get that rude awakening. You could have had the rude awakening here watching my show. You could have learned about it already. And been somewhat mentally prepared. But let it shock them. Like I said yesterday, man, I'm getting sick of it. Yeah, don't call me Ben. Call me Nay, all right? N-A-Y, like everybody else does. I have no idea who called me Ben, but please call me Nay. Fuck kids, says Kurt. Yeah, fuck kids, but if you got them, too late. You got grandkids, too late. You already did your damage. Somebody just came in, I can't see their name, but they said no warming has happened over the last 18 years, and that's just a lie. Look at the fires over the last 10 years in California. You fucking liar and you fucking idiot. I mean, it's like people come in like this. I wish I could see your name so I could block you. Because my audience doesn't deserve to be lied to by morons. Hey, Cheryl. Cheers, Linda. What time is it? 6:48. Ooh, it's almost 4:20 in Newfoundland. I think you would like it. I would like what? A bong. You are hitting a bong. Yes. Read the whole both. Bruce James, I can't scroll up, you fucking idiot. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can't scroll up, so you got to type shorter. It gets bumped, and I can't see it, and this won't let me scroll. How's the pets? They're doing fine, Linda. Thank you for asking. Okay, so I got this bong and no cannabis in it. So I don't know what I'm going to smoke here. I might smoke something different. I don't know. I'm looking. I got all these choices around me. I think I'm going to go with the orange bud. Good morning, Debbie. Hey, David C. Baker. The chat I'm in is the one you are hitting a bong. Oh, yeah. I don't have my computer up, brother. It doesn't matter. If my computer's not up, I can't go into Facebook. I'm still waiting for it to turn on. Hopefully the screen will come on. Good morning, Robert. Hey, Timmy. Cheers, buddy. I love when the chat's scrolling like this. Good old orange bud. Yeah, let me grab some. Plant number 5. Here it is. Number 5 alive. Wow. Good old orange bud. Yep. It's good old orange. I'm telling you what, man. As old of a strain as this probably is, it is one of the best, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of cannabis strains today have this as a... Cannabis is in. For a couple minutes, cannabis is in. Huh? Here for a couple minutes. Oh, I gotcha. Benjamin, this guy, YouTube, Dutch Sins. Yeah, I don't know. You're just putting up a link, bro. I don't know what you're trying to tell me with a link. I can't click it, okay? And my computer's not up. So if you're trying to say something, just say it. Hey, Mary Ellen, you love sativa. Right on. Yeah, I have a feeling this is a very sativa strain right here. This orange bud. It's very lanky and tall and stringy. Buds were small and it's very fruity. Long leaves. Really looks like a sativa. Orange bud. And it's very uplifting. Good morning, Carla. Amy, good morning. Look at all these women coming into the show now. It makes me so happy. Billy. David C. Baker. Webcam. What type of webcam you have? I need a recommendation for a good webcam. I'm using my phone. I'm using my smartphone, S10. For my webcam, I use a 910 Logitech. Not the best camera. They're not very expensive, though. But they're not the best. It's just what I use. I'd like to find something better. Anyhow, orange bud. No law regarding cannabis. 420 Newfoundland. Cheers, everybody. Usually by smell. Well, first of all, I recommend that lupus patients don't type in all caps on my live stream. I also recommend that you get some pain oil and rub it into your pain. That's what I recommend. Pain oil is available on my website, trendyasdabbers.com. The link was about climate change. Yeah, but I can't click on it, and I don't know, so it doesn't help me. Just, just if you've got some points you want to make the points, buddy. You understand? I'm doing a live show right now. I'm in the middle of a show. You get it? It's like, do you want me to stop doing my show and go watch your fucking link, bro? Is that what you want me to do? You want me to ignore however many people are watching to go watch your link? Is that what you want me to do? Why don't you just tell me what it's about, man? Bring the conversation to us.
Help me get rid of some of that stuff. But when you lead a fundamentally healthy, wholesome
Carson
diet.
just wanted to tell you what it is.
Pretty good at detoxing.
Huh?
He knows how to do it if you don't overwhelm it and you treat it right.
You want to tell who what?
Supplements or additions to your food. You just
Guys, just understand my chat is limited. All I can see are 2 chats at a time. And if you chat a lot, it's going to get bumped. I'm not going to see who chatted it if you type in a bunch of letters. Hey, Billy.
Then you're probably deficient in vitamin D.
Nick, about to smoke and probably lay back down. Don't lay back down. Stay up and watch the show, son.
Number 2 is omega-3 fatty acids.
Dude, why isn't my camera charging? Nick, hope you're having a good weekend. I am, Wanda. Thank you. I'm having a good life. Not just a weekend. Everything's good. In fact, last night I was getting into bed and I was thinking to myself, my life couldn't be better right now. It is so fucking awesome. Nay, race the dumb shit. Like in California. What's the weather like in California in April? It varies when you live up in the mountains. It's hot and cold. It snows and it's hot. It goes from, it can just be crazy. It can rain. When you're up in the mountains, it can snow. Son? Thanks, Amy. You want me to start calling you son, Amy? I say son like Andy Milonakis says son. That's where I got it from. I'm a fan of Andy Milonakis's. Hope you feel better, Nick Brown. Steve Running. The show points out. Amy Nelson, lol. Huh? The show points out. It's just a fragment. The crap we do to the planet. Okay, it's a show that points out. Okay, I'm pretty much already aware of the crap we do to the planet. So I don't need a refresher course on it. But thank you. Thanks for telling me what it was. Yeah, I know. We're polluting it. We're killing it. We're murdering it. We're shitting on it. We're dropping plastic in the ocean. We're putting nuclear waste in the ground. We're putting, sugar, nutrient, wastewater into the oceans of Florida, causing red tide. We're poisoning. Donald Trump has opened up fracking and oil exploration all over the country and on the coasts. So we're dropping oil. The XL pipeline just fucking shot out 200,000 gallons of oil into the ground. We're acidifying our oceans. We're melting our skies. We're melting our glaciers. I don't need a fucking movie to tell me that. I don't need a video to tell me that, man. I've been paying attention. And everybody that watches my show, they've been paying attention too, because they've been hearing it from me nonstop. It's one of the big things we talk about on this show. Because you can't enjoy cannabis if we're all dead. Right? So it's kind of like a pressing topic. Deborah, what's up? I wonder if this new lamp's going to turn on. I'm lamping. I'm cold lamping. God, that's so true. I am cold lamping. I finally understand that. For over a year. David C. Baker. Yeah, then you already know all that shit. David C. Baker Jr. knows exactly what we've done to this planet. And so do I. Was there anything in that video that you want to bring up specifically? Please, bring it up. We'll talk about it. Anything that you think I missed just now that you want to bring up?
They have their logo that reads Master of Space. They wear it as a patch. In the late 90s...
Benjamin, that was your name, right?
...called Vision for 2020.
How's the orange bud? Oh, I am inspired, man. I'm on fire right now. Oh, it's top of the hour. Top of the hour. Look at the time, it's top of the hour. Who's ready to smoke some cannabis? Who's ready to smoke some cannabis? So, man, talk about a dark bit. I was watching somebody stand up, and they were talking about the woman at SeaWorld who got killed by the orca whale during a show. The trainer got killed by an orca. And the guy's point, the comedian's point was, you can call yourself an orca trainer. He says, but you're not. That orca was trained when it was born. Okay? You can try to take the food away from it and make it jump through hoops and dance on its tail. He said, but that orca's gonna orca eventually. And it's your fault for thinking differently. That's fucking nature, man. That's fucking powerful. And it was a funny bit, and everyone was rolling, and it was so hard to listen to, man. Because he's literally joking about a violent, horrible death that some woman went through, you know? All right. No law regarding cannabis. Top of the hour. Cheers, everybody. Remember, it's laws regarding cannabis that resulted in our extinction here in about 10 years or so. Cheers. And that law was written in 1937. That's probably because the mics are on both sides of my phone. I'm using my phone. I could make this sound more surround. I've got my two mics together. I could spread my microphones out like this, and it would sound more wide. But I put my mics like this so when I'm singing, you can really hear my voice because my guitar drowns out my voice on these mics. So, I want to be a marine biologist. Robert, you sound like George Costanza. I'm going to be an architect. I'm a marine biologist. Yeah, we study the oceans and the tides. William Randolph Hearst, 1937. That is correct. Hey, Aaron, what's up, son? No, these are AKG microphones. Both of these. I'm not using them right now, though. I'm using the microphone on my S9 phone. It uses less bandwidth. That's why it gives a clearer picture. Because the phone is streamlined for broadcasting.
Welcome to the 2019 Presidential Forum on Environmental Justice, and welcome to the campus of South Carolina State.
When I'm broadcasting with my computer and I got all this processing power, it doesn't matter. It all comes down to whether it's a cell phone broadcasting it or it's a computer broadcasting it. Yeah, the S9 is a nice phone. Hey, Mikey, I'm good.
Leaders in engineering, and as exemplified by the South Carolina State having the state's only undergraduate nuclear engineering program amongst its many wonderful engineering offerings. Leaders in science as exemplified by our joint initiative with
When Elaine says, hey, I'm going to get this party started. You guys want me to get this party started?
on the disparities found
Who's going to dance? She goes out there and she starts dancing. The Elaine dance.
athletics as exemplified by the fact that
And people are just like, appalled. Oh, their reactions are so funny, and she's so bad. I mean, it really was horrible dancing. It was so funny.
this great institution. So again, I say, welcome to South Carolina State University, and welcome to the 2019 Presidential Forum on Environmental Justice. Thank you.
If the leaves are dry and crispy, they're dead.
Great job. At this point, before we start hearing
Is it not getting water? Is it not getting air? There's something wrong.
we're actually on the ground.
Was it too close to the light?
This issue, not just talking about it. We are pleased to bring you 5 activists, frontline community workers, who are going to take 2 minutes each to share their stories. They will appear in this order: Harold Mitchell, Regenesis in Spartanburg, Richard Moore.
That orange bud's got me fucking good and high.
Concerned citizens of
Some more of that.
Dr. Mildred McLean.
I just built the perfect bowl. Oh my god. This is gonna smoke so good. Okay, it's 7:10, almost 7:10. It's almost 7:10. It's almost 7:10. My TV won't turn on. It's almost 7:10. My TV's got a brand new light bulb installed, and it won't turn on. No, it won't. No, it won't turn on.
Serious stakeholders at the table. We took a $20,000 small grant, leveraged it into $270 million, providing health care, housing, amongst other things, job training, transportation, and we're now moving into a renewable energy stage where we're converting the landfill into a solar farm and creating aquaponics for the community itself. This came about in a collaborative effort. This is one that has to continue to happen around the country with organizations like NBCSL and other leaders within the community. Because what we don't want to do in the environmental justice...
Whoever that was that said they can't afford my pain oil, just send me a private message with your address.
on the menu, but we want to be stakeholders at the table.
Good evening, sisters and brothers. My name is Richard Moore.
I got my whole crew listening to me, listening to dude, my phone is plugged in and the power's going down. How bright do I have it? Like, I must have the brightness like way up. That's gotta be it. Let's see if that helps. I turn my brightness down. I don't know what else it is. I should be charging. I've gone down 2%, 3%. All right, it's 7:10, everybody. Are you guys ready? No law regarding cannabis. Because it was laws regarding cannabis that has forced our extinction here in about 10 years. I'll say it every time. It was that law in 1937 that resulted in our extinction that's going to happen here in about 10 years. Or so, give or take. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Think about that. Cheers.
Were re-put back on the table. So there's a lot of history there. In New Mexico, we're faced with many of the same situations and the issues that we visited here in South Carolina on several of our trips, and so on. I would just highly encourage you, lastly, those
story the other day about the dog you helped. What? Orange Bud.
An organizing environmental justice forum for the presidential candidates tonight, and I also want to thank those presidential candidates that showed up. Environmental justice is about justice. It is the paradigm shift of environmentalism. Environmental justice is...
Hey, Sean.
Environmental justice is not merely the places that we preserve,
Teresa smokes along.
to recreate. It is where we live, play, pray, and go to school. It is this definition that was developed by a collective of racially, economically, gender, and sexually diverse grassroots peoples that launched the EJ movement. Environmental justice is place-based health impacts. It is climate justice. It is economic justice. It is reproductive justice. It is about continuing our struggle for justice for all poor and people of color. I come from New Mexico, a rural state that has continued to be the neo-colony of the United States.
Well, when you type that much, I have no idea. All I see is lady seen you in the grocery store and thanked you for the pain oil you gave her dog's neck wound. Why are you're typing so much, you're bumping your chat off the screen, and I don't know what you're trying to say. I mean, I'm aware that a woman used my pain oil on her dog. I just don't know what you're trying to say to me, because you're typing too many letters. You can only type a short sentence. Amy says she watches a lot. Good. You guys should watch a lot. Maybe I'll rub off on some of you. You know? It's good.
States for which is the poorest. The lesson here is that we need to come together as poor, indigenous, and people of color to challenge our continued minimum wage labor and support not only the 1% that supports not only the 1%, but that liberal 25% that with the 1% consumes 75 to 80% of the world's resources. We must demand protections of natural resources, a free, non-racist education, forgiveness of student loans, a livable minimum wage that recognizes those that have built this country. It is not Facebook, Google, or the liberals that come to our state and our communities to protect and help us. You must stop building your reputations, resumes, and careers on our poverty and contamination. We will not let your new Green Deal be just the same old deal. Today, as I speak, a nuclear summit is taking place in New Mexico. Activists from the United States, Japan, and other countries will come to
Hey, Mel. I wonder if the TV's going to come on. I wonder if this new lamp's going to work. I wonder why it doesn't come on.
Regions that were poor, with little education, rural,
I wonder if it's
little
a dirty
contact,
contact.
And Catholic, among other
I could
characteristics.
just get back there with some spray.
This is why we, as poor, white, and people of color,
compressed
must
air
come
and blow
together
it out.
to continue this type of forum and to continue to challenge our marginalization by some politicians. We also know that they are not all white.
Maybe take the lamp
Workers unite, we shall overcome.
Slide it in and out a few times and see if it's the contacts inside the TV set.
We are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Oh, God.
But most of all, we are sick of dying from being exposed to pollutants that come out of industries and factories.
I have to wait 20 seconds. So I count it off in my head. And then I can try to turn the TV set on again. It won't work.
Started, and it should always be until we establish policies that will promote justice and equity and will eliminate inequities in our health system. Our health is our wealth. And without health, what can you do? We call upon all of our young people,
our health is our wealth. She's like Muhammad Ali, this one.
Our academicians, our scholars, our researchers, our scientists, our mothers and fathers to join hands in the name of our organization, which is Harambe. Harambe means let's pull together. And without pulling together, we will not be able to dismantle this machine. Worked on an environmental equity and just platform that addresses indeed climate justice. I woke up one morning in 1991 and the headlines in the Savannah Morning News was 20,000 picocuries of tritium leaked from the Savannah River site, which is located in Aiken, South Carolina. But the water tributaries in the Savannah River in my neighborhood, in the plantation
why is she talking like
where
that?
I live,
God.
where a small community of
So
300 or
obnoxious.
400 people
It's taking away from what she's trying, from the message.
And they're right in a donut of 17 polluting industries. These are moms and pops who go to work every day. So environmental justice addresses
trying to talk like a fucking preacher, man. Sounds so stupid. Just fucking talk. Right. Right. Right, AE, right. Puppy's still sleeping. My puppy's still sleeping. I have not been eating. I need to get out of my seat.
we have a human right to clean air, clean water, clean land, and healthy bodies.
No, you really don't, actually. You know, I've thought about this. When people say stuff like that, you have a human right to clean air, clean water, clean this. You have a human right to it. Okay, do you really? Who says? Who says you have a human right to it? What if you were born in the middle of a barren desert and there's nothing there? You have a right to clean water, but it's not there. You have a right to clean, you know, whatever the fuck, but it's not there. Who says? Who says you have a right to it? Human right. Says who? I never got that. It doesn't make sense at all. No, we don't have any fucking rights to anything. This is a fucking hard world we live in. And you need to get what you need. You need to go secure it for yourself. You don't have a right to anything, and no one's going to fucking give it to you. Just ask the people of Flint, Michigan. No fucking right. Fuck yeah. Hey, Kathy, thank you. I think it's ignorant for someone to say we have a human right to anything.
But HBCUs produce the best and the brightest. The Environmental Justice Health Alliance for Chemical Policy Reform is a collective of what we call legacy fence line, frontline groups. You know the ones, people concerned about chemical safety. Mossville, Louisiana. Wilmington, Delaware. Delaware Concerned Residents for Environmental Justice, where I am originally from. Las Sardinas Institute, who you heard.
I see people are demanding government provide them this and provide them that, and I understand, you know, we have a human right to this and our government should provide that. They're not. So because your government's not providing those things, you should be going and doing them yourself and not trying to tell everybody that you have a right to it. We have a right to it, so I'm going to sit here on my fat fucking ass and do absolutely nothing and wait for a government that's not going to do a goddamn thing either to do absolutely nothing either. Wow, that's going to accomplish so much. You guys don't have a right to dick. And if you're sitting around waiting for it, it's not going to come. Nobody cares about you anymore. You need to understand, this is a new world, and nobody gives a fuck about you, and you guys need to start securing things for yourself, like the way you see me securing power for myself. Nobody gives a fuck about me out here. Fuck them. They're about to shut the power off again, I guarantee it. 50-mile-an-hour winds coming.
environmentalism and conservationism. Well, we're proud to say 28 years later, we took the national groups to task. National groups that included environmental and advocacy, legal advocacy groups. And now we have created what's called the Equitable and Just National Climate Platform. The necessary point of that is that we must go beyond that of the carbon-centric, market-based conversations that we've been so consumed in that will not take care of our people. We must be about addressing cumulative impacts of all those impacts that span back 400 plus years and bring it into the forefront of addressing how we have mandatory emissions reductions, not that just of the carbon-centric conversation that we are caught up in. We are asking...
Power was out here for 5 days. Silent James. I just wonder if it's going to come on at all.
Equitable and just climate future for all, where no community is left behind. We thank everyone who showed up, and for those who didn't, catch up. Because now is the time for us to change this narrative. It is time. It is time. It is time. Will you join us? Thank you very much, South Carolina. Right on and forward to the people. Okay, guys, let's give all our frontline activists a big round of applause. And I hope you hear, after you've heard them, I hope you understand why we thought it important that you hear from them. More importantly, we want you to remember the challenge that Dr. McLean gave to all of us. At this time, I will introduce to you our two moderators for tonight. They, in turn, will introduce our candidates.
Sounds like a debate. Get like a Fruit Loops or, you know, there's a bunch of fruity flavors out there, man. You know, Jack Hare is if you like lemony, but if you want super fruity, I wouldn't go Jack Hare. Actually, I'd say
Cory Booker,
there's some
John
other ones
Delaney,
that are really
Joe
fruity.
Sistek, and Marianne Williamson.
Like, and
we
it is
begin
like eating Fruit
with
Loops.
3 minutes of a public statement by Tom Steyer.
I had fucking Skittles the other day. It was unbelievable. Tasted fucking just like Skittles.
Let me start by saying that environmental justice is not
Dino's
an afterthought at all for me. It is absolutely central to what I'm doing. I have said that climate is the #1 priority of my presidency, and that I'll declare a state of emergency on day one. But that climate plan is described as a justice-based climate plan, and environmental justice is the planning process that we're going to use in order to make sure that it's just and that the communities where pollution has been concentrated will be in the lead in terms of policy.
Where's your Robert Cantwell? Where's your uncle's tuxedo shop at? Now you guys get to see what I go through when I have to turn my TV on when the power goes out. And I don't even know if it's going to come on.
Has been at the center. I worked with the activists in Oxnard to stop the last fossil fuel plant I hope is ever proposed to California.
No, I never.
Which they were going
I
to
never
put
rented
a
a tuxedo in
Latino
California,
community
bro.
where they already had a series of toxic plants and where they thought they could get away with it. And I've worked with activists around this country. I've gone to Flint, Michigan. I've been to Fresno, California. I've been to East Porterville, where you can't
And
drink
remember,
the water.
I didn't have this beard back then either.
Just
I've only had
come
this beard
today
for 3
from
years.
Denmark, South Carolina. It's not my first trip to Denmark. I know what the water situation there is, and I also know that it's going to be much broader than people know. You can't do climate, you can't do the environment, you can't do pollution unless you have environmental justice at its core. Environmental justice is just another word for saying racism. They've chosen to concentrate.
What is he talking about? What is he talking about? I want to hear that. Is that Tom Steyer? Does sound like his voice.
A man named Harold Mitchell from South Carolina.
Tom, welcome.
It's Tom.
Nice to see you.
It's good to see you too. You mentioned environmental racism. So let's start off with a basic question that all candidates should be able to
What's
answer,
environmental
especially
racism?
for the audience that we have here tonight.
I missed it.
How do you define environmental justice, and how do you define environmental racism?
Look, I don't think there's any question that this country has focused its air pollution and its water pollution in communities of color. And I think that if you look around, you can look at South Carolina, you can look at every part of this country, and I think it's just the tip of the iceberg that we know right now.
Okay,
Yes,
I got him.
I know what's happening
I got
in
him.
Denmark.
I got
I've
him.
talked to the activists there and worked with them.
I got him.
But I can tell.
I got him. I got him. Like the fucking pig farms that spray their pig shit all over low-income areas. And there's, Flint, Michigan is a great example. I gotcha. I wish I had an hourglass, 20-second hourglass. That'd be so cool.
Jobs, education. What is your plan to address environmental racism?
Well, we are going to, look, this is my number one priority, is to rebuild this country in a sustainable fashion and to make sure that we handle the climate crisis. But we're going to do it with environmental justice in the lead. So that means as we rebuild this country, whether that's the $90 billion that we're going to spend on residential water, whether that's the $700 billion that we're going to spend on the grid, whether it's rebuilding the roads or the public transit systems, I am going to make sure that the planning process starts in the communities, and they start with the leaders from communities like Denmark, South Carolina, to make sure that as we do this, we redress the air and water problems specifically, and that the jobs go to those communities first.
Fuck your
So
blessed
when I
day.
think about this redressation, it's everything.
Don't bring your fucking Christianity in on me, bro, on my live stream, alright? I'll have whatever fucking day I want. And it's definitely not going to be blessed. Fucking hate that bullshit. Have a blessed day. Keep your fucking bullshit lie of a religion to yourself, alright, bro? Don't be going into my live stream fucking blessing anybody. I don't know who that was, but fuck you. Whoever the fuck you are. People are so fucking indoctrinated. You know? It's fucking crazy. Have a blessed day. You sound like a fucking those people that come to your door with the fucking white shirts and the ties on the bicycles. Have a blessed day. Hey, go fuck yourself.
$100 companies. What have you done to challenge your fellow billionaires when it comes to this inequity? And what would you do as president?
So, let me say this. I started a business. I ran it for 27 years. I started in one room with no employees, not even any windows in the room. Then I took the giving pledge to give more than half my money to good causes while I was alive. I walked away from my business to build coalitions of normal American citizens to take on unchecked corporate power. And together, we've been beating them for over a decade. I've taken on the oil companies, I've taken on the tobacco companies, I've taken on the utilities, I've taken on the drug companies. So Amy, when you ask me what I'm gonna do, the reason I'm running for president is because I believe these corporations have bought the government. That is my reason for running. We're not getting what we want. We're not getting anything we...
The billionaire says we're not getting anything we want. I love it. We're not getting anything we want. He's one of us, man. He's fighting for us. He's going to have a hard time convincing people that. I don't think this bitch is going to come on, man. I don't think it's going to turn on. I need to put these 2 screws in and see if that helps.
Take away their monopoly to pass laws. So this is my whole... Look, I have a track record for a decade as an outsider of taking these people on. They're not that smart. But they are that mean. And what I've seen, and honestly, environmental racism is a perfect example. They are willing to hurt people for money. And it's not a heck of a lot more complicated than that. And so what am I willing to do? I am willing to do whatever it takes to break that corporate stranglehold. And that's my history.
Do you think corporate executives should be put on trial? For example, in New York,
she's good. I know who she is.
The lawsuit against ExxonMobil. If you can explain the significance of this lawsuit, just last week, 30 school children led a 42-minute die-in outside the ExxonMobil trial as Rex
it sounds painful as fuck. Glad my oil's helping. Come on, TV, turn on the lamp. Lamp it.
Because of the mortgage crisis and no one went to jail, how could that be right? If we put drug dealers in jail, why don't we put corporate drug dealers in jail?
No shit.
Exxon lied and endangered the health and safety, not just of everybody in this room, but everybody in this country. Are you telling me they're above the law because they did it within a corporate system? No way. So you're asking me, Amy, what am I willing to do? I'm willing to hold them accountable for crime. And I'm going to, they are not above the law. If I'm not scared of the president, I promise you I'm not scared of the ExxonMobil Corporation.
So let me ask one last follow-up. In the last weeks, in a leaked audio recording, Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, was captured on tape saying, and please excuse me for using this language,
That's gotta end. So who gets elected president should be dependent on who's going to do the best job for the American people, who can they trust, and who calls out the problem. This election is about calling out the problem. And the problem is they own the government. And we're not changing anything until we change that.
Mr. Steyer, you talked about making sure that you're holding people accountable. So what would you do in the instance that we find ourselves in right now? So at the Environmental Protection Agency, the enforcement work that has happened there has become minimized greatly. The cases that are brought forward, inspectors going out making sure that businesses and industries are in compliance. So what would be your plan to enhance enforcement that would help the communities that are here in the audience?
Alright, I'm gonna put these two fucking stupid screws in. Somehow. I need a flathead screwdriver. I gotta take the back off. I gotta do a whole bunch of bullshit. See if it works. Trying to magnetize this flathead screwdriver with a magnet. See if it works. Yep, it does. Look at that. I magnetized my screwdriver. Isn't that great? It might help me. Kind of staple. Where'd that come from? That's funny. Almost, but not quite enough to hold the screw on there. Let me see if I can get back there and do this. knocking the TV set over and causing a fucking disaster. Such a pain in the ass. Okay. Let's take the Phillips. Okay, that was not cool at all. Unscrew this. Okay, let's shake this door off. Alright. Take the door off. We got the screw off. Okay, that's fucking par for the course. Panel completely. Okay. Huh. I wonder if this is the problem. This isn't going in there properly. This is the thing that clicks the thing on. I don't know. But let me just check and see this lamp. Oh. Doesn't even feel like it's plugged in anything. That's weird. Wait a minute. I don't even think the lamp was fucking plugged in, but then again, it looked like it was. It's acting like it was. It just doesn't feel like it's... Let me fucking see. God damn it. Okay, no, that should work. They're identical. Okay, this should definitely fucking work. It just doesn't feel like it's plugging in. There's two screws. I could take these two screws. I could try right here. There. And there. But I think they're going to fall out. They kind of hang in there, don't they? They kind of hang in there. Okay, they might just hang in there. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Son of a bitch. The fucking lamp wasn't plugged in. Oh my god. Holy moly. Well, I just realized that problem. Wow. The fucking lamp wasn't plugged in, man. Oh my god. That explains a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. There, I got the screw in there. Oh my god, I wonder if it's going to fire up on the first try. Alright, let's try this now. I gotta put this on here. Go like this. And it's going in there. Right? It goes right in there. And that has to go right in the slot here. Perfectly. Just like that. And this screw here. Okay, now tighten this up with the Phillips. Okay, now let's see if we can move this back. Okay. And now we're going to see if it works. Holy shit. You guys over here. If it comes on, I want you to see it. It's giving me a healthy green light, but that doesn't mean anything yet.
The world shows how far off we've gone from what's right. Look, I'm running because I believe these corporations have bought the government, and I believe that they've trashed, that they've stomped on.
Oh my God!
Of Americans, and that includes the right.
Yeah.
For every American.
That's awesome.
Quality public education.
You guys like the reaction?
College, the right to a living wage.
Yes.
One job should be enough. The
Yes.
way money's being distributed is shameful. And the right to clean air and clean water. But good grief, food, the right to food and a roof over your head, that's part of America. So when you ask me, what am I willing to do? Amy was asking me, what am I willing to do to let people live without being poisoned? We've got to change the United States. Something has gone terribly wrong, and we like to make it seem too complicated. It's not complicated. What they're doing is cutting taxes on rich people and big corporations, and then they're taking away education funds, healthcare funds, attacking unions and working people's right to earn, and allowing pollution. That's their whole economic program. And the reason we have to take away their right to write the laws, take away their stranglehold of our government, is we need to undo every single one of those things. We need to give back to the American people our share of this country. And it can no longer be run for these corporations. The idea that young people in America, that we would question whether it's a good investment that young people be fed, makes no sense. Of course, the way we're going to succeed is by investing in Americans. That's how we're...
I'm so glad that lamp works. First try, man. First try. Oh, there's my computer again. That means I'll be able to bring up Restream and at least see if the chat's working. Oh, yeah. That was Tom Steyer, a billionaire running for president of the United States right now. It's going to restore my pages. Very good, very good. I guess not, okay. I'm so glad I fixed my TV set. That lamp wasn't pushed in. Oh my God. Okay, so anyhow, let me see if I can get to the chat. Okay, chat is working. It says, let's see. Let's see if it's working or not. They said the chat was down. It looks like it might still be. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, the chat's working. Cool. Okay, now it's just got to tell me how many people are watching, and we're good. Oh, that's so good to have that back on. Oh yeah. God, 7:53 a.m., huh? What a morning show it has been. I fixed my TV set, man. Now I can turn it off. I'll be able to save power turning this TV set on and off all the time now. Instead of leaving it on, burning fucking power. My power, if I had a power bill, it would go down. My power usage is definitely going to go down. Especially at night, because this thing ran all night. I could turn all these monitors off at night. I can't even turn the computer off at night. Everything. It's going to save a lot of power. Just fire it up in the morning, man. That computer needed a reboot anyway. Things were acting weird. I wonder how the CPU is going to work now, because it was using a lot of CPU, and it just seemed like it was way too much. Bernie and that guy. Okay, let's do this. Let's look at CPU usage here. Okay, that's on the restream. Yeah. That's high CPU usage. It's at 55, 51, 48, 47. Let's go to main cam. 64, 75, 63, 80, 22, 26, 32, 30, 75, 80. Huh. Still pretty crazy. How many people are watching, man? 1, 16, 7, 28. 28 viewers. That's nice. Nobody's chatting. You guys are here, but you're not chatting. Oh, I have my monitor right here, don't I? Yes, I do. And it says Dab Life. You can read that normally. It's not reversed like it is on my phone. That's great. Because I have you blocked. No, you're not blocked. I see you right there. David says 10 in this room. Carson says Bernie Sanders 2020, motherfucker. I'm the only one in this chat room, lol, Billy Sanford. Never mind, it's working. Interested in what you were saying, I'm focused on it, lol. What I'm saying is I'm about to go eat some breakfast. Get down by that room. And I'm so glad that my TV set works now. I'll see you guys later, man. You guys watch me fix my TV set. Yay. 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 We'll do an afternoon show. All right. Hope you guys had fun. This one was an hour and a half. No law regarding cannabis. Stay trending, my friends. I will see you on the next live shoe. Bye-bye.